Welcome back, everyone. Modern Dynasty episode 12 is out, so I'll be giving you guys my top 9 moments from the episode, as well as breaking down the whole episode itself. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. It's going to help out a lot, and you guys are going to be able to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. So let's get right into this episode. What the... So, Nick is the lead singer and guitarist of this band. Alright, so literally didn't see him doing anything except screaming, yelling, and that's about it. Great performance. Very interesting indeed. Alright, so popping forward a little bit, Lo Ma has a tea meeting with his old boys club. At this little meeting, he's actually informed by his friends that the younger generation has reached out to them with proposals of potential collaboration or potentially even to sell or lease parts of the land that Maka owns to these other companies. When he hears about this, he is not happy. That is not a face of a happy camper. Thomas and Markel are standing right there as he's got this look on his face. If I was in that room, I would be my pants. Thomas and Marco explain their perspective of things, but Lo Ma never wanted the company to be listed because of this very reason. He was afraid that other people would be able to start to poke their hands into the family's business and start to change the direction of the company. Once again, Thomas gets a spanking, and he's told that he was never good at playing any of these games. He was always too short-sighted, and that is why nobody is going to touch that land that Joe has, and they're going to wait until Joe gets back out for them to do anything with that plot of land. A sad and pissed off Thomas goes back to his room, confides in Chloe, and they actually come up with something that is a little bit interesting. They think that maybe, just maybe, when Thomas went to go see Joe and ask for his opinion, Joe told Thomas to just go out and try it and just do it, that he has Joe's confidence and Joe's backing. But all of this just got Thomas into a heap of trouble, and it gets them to lay off of Joe's land. So now Joe doesn't even have to worry about his land taking different turns and doing things that he didn't anticipate or didn't plan to do. So maybe Joe doesn't care about the brotherly relationship and it's just for himself. And he's dead. Taikaso's dad had a heart attack at the beginning of this episode, and by the 12-minute mark of this episode, he did not recover and has sadly and unfortunately passed away. You already know that Taikaso is going to go insane because of this. Because guess what? When you fast forward a little bit, as she's losing it, Sammy decides to step in. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, you are essentially the thing that is throwing her off. Just... Oh, man. Know your place, please. Just... Oh, Sammy. And all this sets up for Lai Lai and Loya to reconsider who they want to appoint as the new head of the charity. Back to the Judy and Nick storyline. Nick goes to confront Judy at Friends Club, and he's debating whether or not he and Sammy have gone too far this time. He feels responsible for backing Judy's family into a corner and not really giving them any room for breathing. But later that night, Sammy backs up her perspective and says that their responsibility isn't to keep that family's relationship alive. All they really need to be responsible for is to keep the company well and alive. And I guess that is exactly what they did. They disregarded all family ties between Maka and Yipka, and they just looked after themselves, and here's where we are. We've got one dead old man and one crazy lady. Bonus point here, is it just me, or do those heels look hella ugly? Do y'all agree with me or no? And those heels were gifted to Chloe from Lai Lai because she wants Chloe to be the main attraction and the person who people will look at during the ceremony in which they hand over the reins of the head of the charity. So does that mean that they're giving it to Chloe? Maybe. Thomas sets up a golf meeting with some business partners and was going to try to sway them. Unfortunately for him, Marco was one step ahead of him and actually got those business partners to sign off on Marco's plans before Thomas even showed up to this golfing event. So it looks like with Marco reading this book, Game Theory, it has paid off. In a separate meeting with Chloe and Sammy, Chloe shows off her new heels to Sammy and tells her that she's pretty much the frontrunner for the role of the head of the charity. But Chloe offers up that position as long as Sammy tells Marco not to continue to interfere with Thomas's projects. Sammy actually does this and sends Marco off to Singapore for a project. Is Sammy actually this selfish? I guess she has to look after herself, right? Later on, in a conversation with Sammy, Chloe, and Lili, Chloe tells Lili that she thinks Sammy is actually the ideal candidate for the position of the head of charity. Oh boy, this exchange, it's coming to fruition. So back at the board meeting where Thomas is presenting his idea, and he thinks that everything's going smoothly, Marco swoops in and is like, "Not so fast, Kaiba!" Just in time to stick his dirty little fingers into Thomas's business. Sammy was too good. She sent him off not to get rid of him, but just to get ahead of Thomas. Thomas's plan needed a large sum of money to start up, and when Marco got back, he told the board members that they should raise a chunk of money first before actually starting to build. This caught a lot of people by surprise, but what was even more shocking was that Marco said with confidence that he just got back from Singapore and raised all of that money for the first round. This is going to significantly decrease their risk and get the project moving. Marco looks like the hero, and of course, Thomas looks like the absolute zero. Thomas, the kid with the fiery idea, but no plans and no action. All Sammy does is just smile everything off because she was behind this whole ploy. So, of course, the episode ends back at home where a pissed Chloe calls out Sammy for lying to her. We are about to see a catfight in the next episode. This is going to be fun. If you enjoyed that breakdown, smash the like button and make sure you subscribe to catch my next video. Let's try to get this channel to 100 subscribers by the time this series ends. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys back here on the next one. Peace.